Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the third week of the ESL UK Premiership. This ship is about as premier as it's going to get tonight as we head into our third game of the day. It's going to be FM Esports up against United Estonia, and the map is going to be Cash. So, for the first time tonight, we're not going to be playing Overpass. Now, Cash, similarly to Overpass, is a very, very open map, very sort of easy to rotate between the sides. Which way do you feel this map tends to go?
I mean, ideally, it's really just about who can contest mid or gain mid control. It's really, really heavily about mid. And more so than ever, B is a very hard site to retake, whereas A, you can most of the times really get those retakes back. So that's where it's going to be. If this team, if FM can actually hold mid and do a really good job of it, that's going to be the difference maker. Because I believe we've seen UE usually, when they have played Cash against, say, GLG before, they were very good at gaining early and very just efficient at getting control of mid and then taking A and being able to lock it down. Whereas maybe FM, if they get that CT side, will be very defensive and hopefully be able to stop the aggression that we see usually from UE.
Well, fingers crossed we'll see that coming out for them, but we'll see if that is going to be the case. Now, we'll be able to bring up on your screen the odds for this upcoming game. Now, these will be updated live during the game, so if you want to bet with these exact odds, you have to do it straight away. Now, it is pretty heavily in favour of FM Esports here. It's about 60-40.
Yeah.
So, if you're wanting to go for this one, then, I mean, FM is going to be a safe bet in this one, but UE, they certainly have the capacity to go for this upset and manage to pull this one out for themselves. So if you're looking to make yourself a few dollars or a few bucks or a few smackaroons,
few doubloons,
yeah,
you want
a few silver serpents, then maybe UE is the one you want to place your money down on. You can go over to esports.betway.com to do that. But before we get into the games, massive thank you to the rest of our sponsors as well. AOC monitors, SanDisk SSDs, and of course, Maxnomic Need 4C, the very chairs that we are sat on ourselves. Won't be able to do it without the support of you guys, so thank you very much. But we're just waiting for everyone to get onto the map, waiting for everyone to get themselves warmed up and get this game going. Now, typically, we've seen FM doing incredibly well. The biggest player, I think, on FM that I've been really impressed by so far is probably Death. Every game he seems to just go absolutely huge. Which are the two players in this game that you think we need to look out for? One from each team.
I mean, Nilzinho is definitely one of the sort of star players. We're going to be seeing him whip out some crazy stuff, as we usually do. He really is just, he's an old school player. He's been around for a very long time, as most of these players actually in EPS this time around have been. And he still struts his stuff like he's back in the old days. He's rolling back the years every time I see him play, and it's still very fun to watch. So I do expect to see very beautiful things coming out from Nilzinho tonight. But then over on UE, for me, I don't really have a favourite. It really just depends on the day. These guys really don't seem as drilled communication-wise, but it just usually comes down to everyone just taking it in turns to just go absolutely sick and landing these crazy shots sort of in rotation. They're all very, very good players, but it seems that they're only good at different times. Very similar to what we were saying about GLG earlier. They do sort of have their moments where they shine and go absolutely massive, or games where they seem to just sort of be stuck and really struggle to sort of find, their openers.
Well, we'll see if that's going to be the case. Now, I mean, we saw in the first week of the Premiership, it was Fets for United Estonia. On that CT side, over at the A side, with the five-man clean, or the five clean-man ace, as it were, managing to spray down all of his opponents. So we'll see if he's going to be able to replicate that kind of success on this matchup. Now, the knife round is underway. The map is going to be Cash for you guys. We'll bring up the intro on your screen right now. Jackie staring at you suavely. Check out that beautiful man right there. But it is going to be, by the looks of things, the knife round going over to United Estonia. So they're going to be able to pick their side of the map. Wouldn't be too surprised to see them go for the CT side here. Looks like the call is potentially going to be coming through. Actually, it's FM that are typing the call, so I don't even know what's going on right now. Looks like it might actually be United Estonia staying on the T side potentially for this one, but we're going to bring up the map intro for you guys. It is going to be Cash. Very, very open map, very mid-centric map as well. And we'll see which of these teams is going to be the one to bring it out here as we head into our third game of the day. And it's going to be the warm-up just about over here. FM Esports up against United Estonia. You can go and place your money down over at esports.betway.com. The odds are in favour of FM Esports. We'll have to see if the odds are going to be lying or if we're going to see our first upset of the night here as we head into the first round of our third game of the evening. United Estonia are going to be starting on this CT side. And we see the good luck have fun's coming out here. Fetz wishing his opponents a good time. But at the same time, I'm sure going to be trying to make sure that they ain't having a good time here.
Yeah, he's going to be wanting to bring the pain, show some more of what we saw in one of the earlier on weeks, especially the first week, I believe. He whipped up that crazy 5-man. So let's see how this is going to go. Jacob with a huge track there onto Mick. And everyone else taking their shots. Fetch, as we said earlier, really proving he is still a powerful player. Is he going to make the 5-man once again? Nilzinho is the only man standing, but he shuts him down, rips his heads off, and locks it into a 1 versus 2. Now HS, the last 2 remaining CTs, they've got their USPs in hands, they've got armor, but Neil looking like he wants to shut this down. The Glock in hand, biding his time. Catches sight of HS, fires off a few warning shots, but isn't able to quite connect them just yet. Knows Nugger's waiting behind. Will he be able to win this one, Joe?
He's certainly going to look to 2 versus 1 though with just a Glock. It's going to be a tall order, not an order, but he's going to be able to find Nugger and turn it into a 1 versus 1. I do favour the USP in this scenario typically, but it's going to be all about the headshots here. Both members having armor. We'll see if HS, as his name would suggest, is going to be able to land the headshots onto Nilzinho, who's going to be pushing onto the side. Just 30 seconds remaining, and it is going to be HS finding the target there. Nilzinho going down, and it's going to be United Estonia taking the round. And Fet's like 1,000 gold ahead of anyone else in the game at this point. What an incredible way to start the game for him. Picking up 4 straight easy kills, almost getting the ace for himself in the first round. He's got a rifle, he's got full armor, and he's got a defuse kit for himself. He's going to be very happy with that start.
Oh yeah, that's absolutely huge. I mean, that's just what we were saying. Fetz, yeah, you know, on the first week whipping out these crazy plays, and he really is one of those sort of very star players. He can really shine when he has to, and proving that very early on in this game. So let's see if he can keep it up now. As you're saying, he's got an M4 on that second round, but they won't be greeting him as they're taking control of that A site. Everyone going with the flashes, they're smoking it out. HS and Fetz though chime in on the frag onto depth on Mike S. Jacob trying to find the frag onto Nugget. Jacob getting a nice cheeky little headshot there. Can he follow it up as HS drops him? It's unfortunate, but Rom is able to get the bomb plant, and really, that's all they wanted to do there. Just get the bomb plant, secure themselves a bit of cash, and they've done what they need to. They've got 2 frags as well on Snugger and Fetz. So that's an M4 down. You know, they're wasting a little bit of economy on the United Estonia side, so not too bad from FM Esports though.
Yeah, they're not going to be too upset with that one. At least they did, as you say, get that bomb down. They did a little bit of economic damage, and you can't really ask for too much more when you're in the second round of the game. You've only got those pistols. You've not really got a whole lot to work with. We are going to see them going for a couple of Tech 9s again. P250s coming out on 3 members as well. We'll see if FM are going to be able to do anything with these ones, but it's going to be Nugget opening the round up with the P90 there, taking down Rom as the rest of the T's going to push in through Squeaky, but it's going to be HS covering them from Speedway there with the M4. He's going to find another one. It's going to be Fetz, in fact, finding that one as Mike S goes down. Nilzinho now, the last man. He's going to go down as Fetz picks himself up a hat trick again. And Fetz, in 3 rounds, he's found himself 8 kills already.
Absolutely crazy stuff, and this is just the thing. I mean, this is what I was saying here, really, when you've got both these as teams, essentially both being really mixed sides. UE really do have these sort of star players that can whip out this crazy aim at times and really just lay down the law and prove who they are. But you've kind of got the same thing over on FM with players like Nilzinho, Jacob, Mike S. Depth, as you said before, and of course Rom. All of these guys can really go mental when they need to, and there it is, Depth. Classic, showing that, shutting down Depth. Shutting down Fetz, actually, even. That makes more sense. And HS trapped by the Molotov, has to go into a 1v3. He is able to get the frag before Mike S finally takes him down from the burn damage there from the Molotov as well. And They've emptied this up into a 3v3. Things looking a little bit more even now.
See if they can find anything else. It's going to be Cal being the point man, and he's going to find Jacob there. So Rom and Mike S now in a 2 versus 3. Odds against them here, but Rom is going to fall as well. Mike S now all on his lonesome here. Mick is only on 7 HP though, so maybe, just maybe, Mike S will be able to find the shots onto his targets and take this round for himself. The minimap, unfortunately, isn't going to be showing, but there's only 2 at the B site right now. Mike S finds one for himself. He turns it into a 2v1. He's going to be able to smoke off that entrance, and actually he's going to push on through the smoke. He finds Cal as well, and now it's just going to be Nugga remaining to try and defend this one. He's pushing in through vents as the bomb is going to be dropped down by Mike S, who's going to be looking to try and find the shots onto Nugga, trying to defend this site. He finds him, gets that shoulder shot down, so Nugga on less HP, but after that hat trick, he can't find the 4th kill for himself. And Nugga is going to take the 4th round of the game for United Estonia.
Counter-terrorists win.
Well,
Really good stuff there. I mean, it's interesting because it came so close.
yeah. Unfortunately, I mean, FM so far not really able to show up the same as we have been expecting them. United Estonia have been looking incredibly strong in this matchup.
Yeah, I mean, FM looking fairly odd right now, not really laying down as much damage as I expected to see. I wanted to see them really bring out some damage very early on, but seem to be struggling a little bit. Close rounds though. Things looking a little bit better now over at mid as they're trying to get that very early on mid control, trying to bring the pain, but they're struggling a little bit as they do get picked off.
Yeah, they certainly are. And 2 versus 4 now. FM looking like they might just lose this round as well, as Mick goes for the 1 versus 2 against Rom and Jacob and turns it into 5 rounds for United Estonia. Commanding lead coming out from these guys right now. And FM, they're going to be forced into an eco round here. It's really not looking fantastic for them. The Tech 9 buy is going to be the choice.
This could benefit them in some way though. I mean, FM, they usually are very good at going for these sort of aggressive mid takes, but they haven't been going for sort of something like that. And I mean, if we look at the odds here as well, things are sort of fairly in that favour of the FM side. But then they're not proving that style, so maybe now with the Tech 9s they can go aggressive and prove that. But they're struggling a little bit as they do begin to get picked off. Nick gets the track there. Nilzinho finally starts to retaliate though, gets the pick on some vets. Oh, this is a shame that they are finally getting picked off. Rom has to go huge with this M4 he's been able to find. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it though. HS only on 1 HP. Is this possible here?
I mean, it's possible, and it's certainly not probable. Okay, going to be on that site. They know where he is. Rom's going to be taken down. Mick finds the shots in the end and turns it to 6-0. You saw the odds popping up earlier. They have been slightly updated here. A little bit more in favour of United Estonia. FM still with the edge on those odds. Not 100% surprised that those odds have been changed up a little bit, as FM really not looking fantastic in these matchups so far. 6-0 is the score for United Estonia right now, as Mike S finally finds the opening frag for his team, but it's going to be traded straight back across as Def goes down. And now 4 versus 4. That's going to be HS dropping as well, as Nilzinho finds one for himself. And with a 4 versus 3 man advantage, maybe FM can finally get themselves around on the board.
Yeah, FM, they've gone for that mid-control now, and it's finally paid off. They've got 3 picks on the board. Nilzinho there picking up the 4th, and it's all on Nugga. Ideally, they should be able to win this one now. With 4 players still alive, they've got 4 rifles in hand, full armor, full nades, really. Utility is still not even that bad for them. They could be able to work through something with this and get control of that B side. But it doesn't even matter. Nilzinho is just going to rip the head off of Nugga and win them that first round. But now FM, they need to keep this ball rolling. The cash is still absolutely fine over on UE. Nugga can afford to drop for his teammates. They're not going to be too worried about it over on HS's side. But he has to keep it rolling. We don't want to see them messing up now, because their economy would just be so angry with them. They wouldn't be able to, you know, they're going to be losing that loss bonus. So it would affect their economy in a very bad way if they do not follow up with winning this round. And Betts almost actually gets a kill there by tagging Depth very early on at mid.
Almost, but not quite able to find that kill there. Def now on 48 HP. Fetz as well has been tagged down to just 63, but honestly, FM, at least they've got some weapons to work with here. They're going to be looking to try and grab another round for themselves, but United Estonia's economy was more than intact after that first lost round there, and it's going to be Fetz going through for the 2 versus 1. Only finds one though, but the grenade coming out from Nugger is going to turn it into the 2-for-1. Make that a 3-for-1 as Nugger gets a spray through the door. That wall bang going to go absolutely massive for him. And now Rom and Jacob in a 2 versus 4. They have to go 2-for-1 each here just to be able to pull this round out. And honestly, it's not looking fantastic for them. That's going to be Nugger going down. And Jacob actually going down as well. So 1-for-1 across the board here. Rom has to 1v3 right now, and he's not going to be able to do it as Mick enters the scene and takes down that last man and turns it into a 7-1 lead here for United Estonia as we head into the 9th round of the game. They are looking on form right now.
Yeah, really, really good stuff from UE there. I mean, this is a whole new UE from what we usually witness from. Everything looks so drilled right now. Everyone playing just absolutely spectacular. Their shots are on point. They look very crisp. And they are really just strutting their stuff and proving who they are tonight. They're not giving FM anything at all, really giving them a run for their money. And it's interesting because FM, they usually look very dominant on their T sides. They can go for those aggressive style plays. And it usually works for them. But right now, they're struggling. They can't get the opening frags they need to really set the ball in motion. And it's very odd. I mean, UE, they found their kryptonite and they've realized how to defend against it.
They certainly have. And I mean, FM right now, their communications must be sort of like, come on, let's get this together. Let's pull ourselves together. As they really are not looking like the same team that we were casting last week right now. The AWP in the hands of my guess. Maybe that sniper is going to be enough, but Cal has snuck up from behind. He's found Rom, and he's got United Estonia the man advantage right now. He's going to be looking for anyone who tries to rotate away from the A site, but Jacob finds the opening frag as they push in towards this site and trying to get the bomb down, but it's going to be Nugger finding one. Trades it straight back across though, and now it's 2 versus 1. Jacob all on his own. He has to do something right now. He knows Cal is behind though. He knows he's surrounded, and he's going to be spotted out here by HS. He should be able to finish off this man. He's still on full HP, but Jacob actually just going to go for the cheeky plant here, and he's going to be able to find it. So, well played by him. Goes out for the pop flash, actually just completely blinds himself, but he's already got the kill onto HS, so it doesn't even matter. And now Cal up against him in a 1 versus 1. He's sneaking on round, and he's not going to find the shots. Jacob manages to take it. He gets the 2 versus 1. He gets the hat-trick, and he gets the 2nd round on the board for FM.
Yeah, that is a huge, huge round for Fragmasters there. That's what we needed to see. But now they've got to keep it up. Once again, they're in the same boat. We can't see him slip. We can see that individual skill shining through. There were players like Jacob really strutting his stuff, but they have to keep it up. I don't want to see these dips, these in and out motions. I want to see everything. All cylinders firing constantly. And once again, with this mid-aggression, they should be able to do some damage here. Nilzinho goes for the first frag, and there it is. They're shutting down Fetz, and this is it. They should really be able to run away with a round from here on out.
Certainly should, and that's going to be another one going across onto HS. So Def managing to follow through in Nilzinho's footsteps right there. And now with just the pistols here in a 3 versus 5. There shouldn't really be any way that FM lose this round, but this is Counter-Strike. We've seen crazier things happen, but Def is looking to make sure that this goes their way. Picks himself up the hat-trick and pushes in onto this bomb site. They should be able to get that bomb down. Nugger actually looking to make something happen, but he's going to be beheaded there by Nilzinho with the AK-47. They even get the bomb down as insult to injury there. And they finally managed to get a bit of economic momentum going here. FM are managing to get something going, and we are going to see rifles come out from the UE lineup as well. But here are your odds for the final game of the day coming up. This is, well, the final game is going to be our most one-sided game. It's going to be about 75 to 25 in favour of CEX. So, I mean, GLG haven't looked fantastic so far in this tournament, so we'll see if they're going to be able to go against their previous records. And FM going to be looking to go against this game's previous record so far, as they're still 4 rounds behind, with 5 rifles on either side, a scout in the hands of Rom. Maybe this is their round to win.
should be able to begin to bring things back here, ideally. You would like to see it. I mean, Fragmasters, a lot of strong talent on that side, and it looks like they're going to be setting up to try and go for that B execute, working out where exactly they can get the pick, if they can get it, and then roll with it. But Cal, he's not bothered. He's just going to wait and let the frags come to him. He realizes if they do go aggressive, he's in a prime time position just to go absolutely massive and spray him down on the take. Depth there, repping Boaster as he sits up on top of Boost, just looking out for a frag. Milzinho, though, gets the pick onto Cal, and this is it. This is all go over on that B site. Mick there trying to hold them off. Realizes Jacob didn't quite realize where he was and was able to get the frag onto him. This was forcing Milzinho to rotate off. He's got to meet up with Def, and they've got to switch up their plans here, try and fix things on the fly as the B site is no-go.
Yeah, Fets is going to be able to find that man, and now Milzinho in a 1 versus 4. There's 2 on site already. Fets and Nugga looking to put a stop to Milzinho's plans, but they're not going to be able to find him. He gets 1 kill already. He's looking for the bomb plant, but he's not going to find it as Nugga takes his head clean off his shoulders with that M4. And that's going to be an 8th round in the hands of United Estonia. Just 4 rounds remaining of this half. And FM, honestly, right now, they need to look to get all 4 at this point. They need to get something going for themselves.
They do, and it's odd as well, because FM, it looks like right now they're coming and going in stages of how they take sites. When they don't do successful plays, it usually really works well for them, but it seems like they're judging themselves in the decision-making to actually go for it. And I do prefer their much-out aggressive style. They really can land those 6 flick shots from all of these players that I would like to see, bar the actual playing for picks they're going for right now. United Estonia, they're very good at defensive plays, but they do struggle when you get right in their faces, and this is what we're seeing here. Milzinho going for the quick peek, landing that shot onto Fets. This could be huge now. They've got a very early opener. This is a massive advantage for that T side. This is going to force the CTs to spread thin to defend the sites, and ideally I'd like to see FM being able to come out on top here in this round. They shouldn't really struggle too much if they play for picks.
Yeah, they should be able to get this one for themselves, but we'll see if that's going to be the case. Obviously, the United Estonia lineup certainly not lacking in talent, but the top fragger so far this game, Fets, is down, so maybe this is going to be another round for FM. They find another 2 kills for themselves, and Mick and Cal, honestly, maybe they're looking to try and defend this one, but I honestly maybe would just go for a save at this point. They're in a 2 versus 4. They're going to go for it anyway right now. Mick actually going over towards mid as Cal looks for a kill, but he's ending up just getting taken down completely now. Mick, the last CT remaining. All 5 terrorists still alive right now. The bomb is ticking away. There's not a whole lot Mick is going to be able to do about it. He's maybe going to look for some exit frags, but he's not going to find them as Rom finds his head. He's even going to grab any grenades that were remaining there, and he's going to put a 4th round on the board for FM Esports, who look like they might have just been able to pull themselves together now and pull themselves back into this game. $2,000 on pretty much every member for United Estonia. That's going to force them into an eco.
Yeah, huge stuff there, and that's really good. I mean, FM now should be able to take the eco here, but you never know. United Estonia, they usually can pull something out of the bag when it comes down to these rounds. They're very strong when it comes to these sort of wacky rounds. We've seen them take quite a few ecos in their matches throughout the Premiership so far, but unfortunately Cal is going to get his head taken off there by Milzinho over at mid, and things are going to begin to kick off on that B site. The rotate will have to come out soon as FM are charging in with only Nugger in the back of the site. He might be able to get the frag onto Jacob, but unfortunately not. Depth comes in with a frag onto him. HS though chiming in, shutting down Jacob, gives him a little bit more time for the rotate to come out.
See if that rotate is going to be available right now. 3 CTs are around here, but Def stood right on top of the bomb site very confidently, but he's going to end up going down to that 1D coming out from Fats. He's traded straight back across though, as the Deagle is picked up and gets another kill. Is it going to be enough though, as HS gets tagged incredibly low? It's 2 versus 2. Rom is going to be able to finally finish off that man. Milzinho follows in suit and grabs Mick. And that is going to be another round for FM Esports. They're starting to pull this one back towards themselves right now. 2 rounds remaining in this first half. They're looking to make it 8-7. But United Estonia have something to say as they go for a full force buy here. As many rifles as they can afford. Nugget not even getting any armor right now. This could be pretty disastrous for United Estonia. If they can't win this round, they're not going to be able to afford much next round either. We'll see what they can do with what limited resources they have.
indeed. I mean, not a lot of utility left on their side, but it shouldn't matter too much. I mean, if they can just whip out what we do like to usually see from these 6 shots coming out, they should be able to go for the defense. From Rom, challenge him a little bit there, making his presence known by that B-bomb side before he backs off. They would have heard him rotating away, though. Fetz going for the boost there with Nugget, getting him up on top. So he's in a nice position to spray down if they do go for that A take. The T's, they're biding their time before they, what seems to be, attempting to go for a B site take.
See if the B site is going to be what they can take, as Cal is waiting around the corner, finds Jacob and backs away immediately. They know he's there though, and Def is going to be able to capitalize on that knowledge, but Mick chimes in with that Glock, and he's going to be able to find a kill for himself. And now Nugget rotating as fast as he can to the other side of the map. Neilzinho finds one onto Mick. That's going to be a second for Neilzinho as Rom chimes in with one for himself. And Fetz now in a 1 versus 3. Make that 1 versus 2 as he finds one onto Rom. Now Neilzinho and Mike S, they still don't have the bomb down. They have to get onto this site as fast as possible. But Fetz is going to be there to try and put a spanner in the works right now. He's had to back away a little bit, looking for the wallbang through into checkers. He's up in heaven, but is he going to be able to find the shots? He sees Neilzinho on site. Can he land the shots? Yes, he can. Only Mike S remaining here to defend this one. He's come from behind, though. Beautiful loop around coming out from Mike S. And that's going to be another round for FM Esports. Last round of the half right now. 8-6 is the scoreline. FM looking to make this an 8-7 first half. And after, I mean, what was it? 6-0, I think, the starting score? FM have pulled it out.
Yeah, they've really kicked back into gear and shown what they're actually made of, which is a lot better. This is really where we thought the game was going to go. I mean, UE leading out in front with FM, trying to throw behind, trying to catch up. This is a lot better stuff from both sides. Fetz getting really aggressively squeaky there as he allows the rest of the team to push onto that A site. Nugget tries to get the frags out, flashes out, goes for the play. Fetz doing a spectacular job there of defending the A site, getting all the picks, and it's all on Rom. He's got the AK, a flash to try to get himself in, but Fetz is facing it, hiding behind the box. This could be absolutely devastating here if he doesn't quite realise.
Certainly could. Fetz looking to try and capitalise here. It's going to be Mick, though, who finds Rom in the end. And that is going to be another round for United Estonia. So 9-6 is the final score of our first half here. United Estonia now going to be going over to that terrorist side for the second half of the game. Take a quick look at the scoreboard. Neilzinho, despite being on the losing side, is currently top fragging with 18 kills and only 11 deaths. Doing an incredibly good job for his team. We'll see if his opponents are going to be able to catch up to him here as we head into the second half of the game. Not a single tactical pause coming out yet this game. We do quite often see those tactical pauses, but not seen one come out of either side just yet. We'll see who's going to be able to take this pistol round. We're going to have the updated odds popping up on your screens here. FM actually no longer in favour here. United Estonia now with better odds of winning this game. So if you want to put your money down, United Estonia seem to be the safe bet according to Betway. 9-6 is the score here. Def did go down at the start of this round. Mike S may well be following. As Fetz gets traded across though. 3 men already down. Make that 4 men already down as HS finds himself a third one of the round. He's going absolutely massive with that Tech 9. And Rom now with the USPS. Is he going to be able to find anything though? It's going to be a tough one, that's for sure. Everybody pushing on out. He's going to go down. Mick takes his head off with the Glock. And that is going to be a 10-6 scoreline as United Estonia take the pistol round.
Yeah, beautiful stuff there from UE, and they're really still strutting their stuff, proving who they are. And they've been going absolutely massive today. This is a whole new UE, really, to what we usually see. And I'm loving seeing it. I mean, Fragmasters, they're struggling right now to really contest against this. And maybe things will change now, as in this second round at FM, you know, they've gone for sort of the aggressive style, stacking up on B, trying to get that pick. Everyone playing different angles here, and it looks like UE would like to try and contest against them on this B site. If Fragmasters are ready for this, they should be able to do some damage. Depth in a prime time position to go massive if they do try and push in to get the frag onto Rom. But it's just all about the waiting game here. They've just got to wait and allow those frags to come to them as Fetz tries to create a little bit of distraction over at mid.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Def was in this spot earlier on in this game. They should be expecting this. They should check that corner. But we'll see if that's going to be the case. Def typically tends to go pretty huge in these games. That's CZ Auto. He's not going to be able to. HS gets the headshot through the box there onto Def, and now it looks like this bomb site A is going to be the push. Cal pushing forward with that Galil. Can he find my guess? Yes, he can, but he's traded back across by Nilzinho. Now Fetz getting one with the P90. There's another man on site, but Fetz finds him again with that SMG. And now Jacob with the CZ. He's looking to try and do whatever he can here. Fetz pushes on aggressively, but he's going to get taken down. 2 shots remaining in this mag. He needs to reload. Jacob, he's in all sorts of trouble with just this pistol to work with. 20 HP here. If he pulls this one out, it will be a miracle. But it looks like it's not going to be Christmas for him, as he ends up getting taken down. Mick with the final kill of the round, and United Estonia take another round for themselves. One away from doubling the score of FM Esports right now, who are forced into yet another eco.
Yeah, FM are really struggling right now. I mean, it's hard from, of course, being on those ecos. You know, there's not a lot they have to work with, so you would expect UE to be picking up the rounds with a fair bit of ease. But, you know, they're putting up a fair fight. Hopefully, once they get the guns back in their hands, they'll be able to do some damage. UE, though, they're looking very drilled right now, very strong. And that nade should be able to get the frag onto Fetz. Then that could be huge. If they can recover his gun and really lock things down here, as Rom does have the AK in his hands, the A site could actually be fairly easy to hold now if they can get this pick onto Nugger.
Oh, Nugger is the one going to be getting the picks, though, as he finds a second one onto Rom as well. Mike Hess actually helping him out on that one. And it's going to be Def with the USPS trying to finish off Nugger, who's on 3. There's a grenade sailing across, and it is going to finish him. Second one of the round, in fact. But it's going to be Cal pushing in on towards the B site. They might well have just sold this fake. It's going to be Mick, though, that has the bomb. And he is charging around across the map. The CTs, are they going to be reacting to this one? They're all still over at A. And despite the lack of minimap, I'm going to try and show you where all the players are. Everybody over here at the B site for the terrorists here. And now the rotation going to come through. Nilzinho going to go through T-spawn here. Def through mid, and Mike S sneaking on. I mean, he's still hanging around over at the A site. But it's going to be Def sneaking through from CT spawn. Only 10 bullets remaining, though, for him. And actually, it looks like they're not even going to go for the retake right now. They're just going to hold on to those weapons and play it safe.
Yeah, just going to be holding back, trying to hold on to those rifles. And oh, that's unfortunate. Def nearly find himself a frag onto Mick there, but he was too fast. Switch around and got the pick onto him. And UE, 11 rounds in the bank, 12 rounds, sorry, even in the bank right now. And they are doing so fantastically. UE are really just hitting all their shots. Everything's very crisp. It's beautiful to watch right now. They are really doing some damage, but hopefully FM, with these rifles in their hands now, everyone just has to play their A game. We want to see that prime time defense going down, everything being locked, not allowing them to get this mid control they've been getting with such ease on the build up to now.
We'll see if the defense can come out for them. It kind of needs to, because United Estonia are not far away from taking this game right now. FM realistically caught to bleed any more rounds out, and it's going to be HS opening it up. FM losing a man already. The flashbang's coming out on this B site, and it looks like this is going to be the one they push, but they trade 1 for 1. Mick going to fall as well as Fetz gets one onto Jacob. Nugger finds one onto Mike S. And now Rob, the last CT remaining, he's going to go down, and United Estonia take a 13th round for themselves. And now another eco, probably going to be coming out from FM right now. They can't really afford to eco, though. I wouldn't have even been as surprised to see a force buy, but I mean, they can't even afford a force buy right now.
No, FM, they've really just been pounded this entire game. It's really unfortunate. You know, they got their second win, started getting a few rounds up in that Q-side, building their economy up, but ever since half-time, they've really just been struggling. I mean, UE have been really drilled right now. Really doing some damage, and Fetz almost gets the frag there. A little bit of damage tagged over onto Jacob as he goes for the face. And it's not going to be enough to get the frag just yet. They go for this double peek. They could potentially get the frag onto him, but somehow he turns it into a headshot onto Jacob. And that is just huge. Rom is able to drop in though and should be able to return that AK. 2 Ts remaining, working their way through the vents onto that B site. They've got complete control now though, and the 3 CTs They're going to be struggling to get over there. 4 CTs. Really not looking too strong right now as they do work around. Mikes going through CT. Catch sight of Cal. Sprays him down, but unfortunately runs out of ammo. Allowing Cal to get the frag onto Mikes. That's such a shame. Nilzinho and Rom, the last 2 remaining CTs now. Rom's got the AK, but ideally they're not going to be able to do much. They just want to try and save that rifle, not lose it, carry it into the next round. I mean, FM, I feel like this could really be a good night for them.
Yeah, I'm afraid you might just be correct there, as Nugget is going to be found out. Rom at least getting an exit frag for himself. He's going to be able to hold on to that AK by the looks of things. Everyone's going to be trying to hunt him down. Should be able to survive this one, though. If he can just hold on for a couple more seconds, he does manage to keep that weapon for himself. So at least they've got that small silver lining, and they're going to be able to go for a full buy here. They've got grenades, they've got armor, they've got defuse kits, and more importantly, they've got those rifles, AWP, in the hands of Mikes, and United Estonia 1 round away from match point. This is all or nothing for FM Esports. This is right down to, I mean, they're going to have to pull everything out. They've got to pull out all of the stocks, and it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade to open this round up right now. Fet's getting one, but getting taken out as well. And now Def with a very aggressive position here. He's looking for Cal, who doesn't get caught by the flashbang, but it just doesn't matter. And now Mick knows exactly where Def is. He's going to go for the molly, but Def trying to back away. Mick is not going to allow that. Takes his head off. And now 3 versus 3. The A site is going to be the call. Just Jacob here to defend. Is he going to be able to find his targets? That's the question. He's hanging out on the catwalk, waiting for them to peek on through. The Molotovs have been used, and he's going to find one. He doesn't find the shots onto HS, who takes down that man. And now the rotation is going to come on through. Mikes going to be the first one to peek with that AWP, but he gets flashed out. There is smoke everywhere. He cannot see any of his targets right now. This is a fantastic defense so far from United Estonia. Rom going to be pushing forward with that AK-47. He can't find anyone, though. Now the smoke is finally clearing. This is the opportunity for them. Mikes finds one with the AWP. This is going to be Rom looking for Mick, but he can't find his target. And now Mikes in a 1 versus 2. He has to make something happen fast because he's got the defuse kit, but he doesn't have his head anymore. Mikes is going to go down to Nugget, and that is going to be match point now for United Estonia. FM Esports, they have to go for the force buy here.
Yeah, I mean, this is essentially their last chance. It's the last chance saloon. They've got to just do whatever they can. They've got to put their all into this. Depth going with the AWP buy. 3 Famises in hands and 1 M4 on Rom. They don't have a lot of nades to work with. They've got whatever they could scrape together, and they have to give it their all. Depth, there it is, bringing the pain, shutting down Mick. Beautiful stuff. Rom in a nice position to do some damage on the aggressive T side. Pushing in. Cal very low now after that spray down. Unfortunately, couldn't quite get the frag, but it's looking better. FM looking fairly strong right now. 5 versus 4. This is not too bad at all. They should be able to hold this, but everyone has to be switched on. They can't make any mistakes right now, Joe.
They certainly cannot. 5 versus 4. It's certainly looking good for them. The Famises as well. Should be enough for them to defend this, but it's going to be HS pushing on. He finds one onto Rom, but it's traded straight back across. 3 versus 4 now. As Nilzinho is on the site, he finds one. He gets the double spray for himself. And Vets is going to go down to Mikes as well. FM Esports managed to stay in this game.
And that is what we wanted to see from Fragmasters there, whipping out a lot better stuff, proving that they're not going to give up. They're still going to bring their all when it comes to these last few rounds. And the thing is, if they want to be able to do this, they're going to have to give it their all, because they have no room for mistakes right now. They have to try and take it into overtime to be in with a chance. And it's going to be so hard for them.
It certainly is, but they're definitely not giving up just yet. A nice grenade goes now onto Cal, takes him down to just below half HP, but he's going to push forward aggressively anyway. Rom capitalizes perfectly as Fets gets one onto Jacob, and now Rom finds a second for himself. He's looking to make this into an 8th round for FM at this rate. But Fets is still alive, and he's been a massive player in this game so far. But the bomb looks like it's going to be going down. Nugget on the site, but all of the CTs are going to be charging straight across the map to defend this one. Still 4 versus 3 in their favor. They can go for this retake as Nugget is full blinded here. Rom ends entering the scene. He's looking to take the fight, but Nugga finds Mykes already. Rom now in a bit of a tricky situation. He's going to go down, and the T's are making this one count. Now Nilzinho arrives on the scene, gets 2 for himself, and he's in a 1 versus 1 against Mick. He has to try and go for this defuse, but a nice Molotov is going to delay everything. The smoke comes out, and he's going for the defuse. He's full blinded. Can he get it? The spray is coming through, but they're not going to be able to find the CT. He gets the defuse, and he keeps FM Esports in this game.
Neil, he went for it, he gave it his all, and that was absolutely beautiful. Well played to him there, really, really good stuff.
Yeah, really, really well played. We do have the odds on your screen for our 4th and final game of the day. It's going to be CEX versus GLG, about 25-75 in favour of CEX. You can head over to esports.betway.com to put your money down on who you think is going to win that one. But I don't care about the next game right now. I care about whether or not FM Esports can pull themselves back in. They've had a couple of phenomenal rounds come out. Are they going to have what it takes to keep it rolling? United Estonia have gone for a full buy. If they're going to win again, if they're going to get this game going for them, now is going to be the time. With that AWP, with the 4 AKs. Be able to, that's the question. Cow finding one for himself onto Jacob, and that is bad news for FM Esports.
Yeah, FM are dropping like flies right now. Only Rom and Nilzinho left standing, and they're really going to have to do some damage. They have to give it their A game if they want to stay in it to win it, but it doesn't seem like they're going to be able to. Nugga drops Rom, and it's all on Nilzinho. Fires down, is able to get the frag onto Cow, but can he get the follow-up? HS is there with the AWP, and over at mid, Nugga's waiting. He's trapped in a rock and a hard place. He gets the spray down onto Fetz. That is absolutely huge. But HS goes for the peak with the AWP, slightly missing Nilzinho. Can he do it again? Can he keep Fragmasters in the game? 1 versus 2 sprays down. The nade is absolutely huge there. Nilzinho looking very strong, unfortunately. The CZ75 auto spray there from HS is going to pick him off. And there it is, 16-8 in favour of UE.
Yeah. Unfortunately for FM, they weren't quite able to pull it out. I mean, fantastic last couple of rounds there. I was excited. I thought they might be able to pull themselves back in there, but unfortunately not going to be the case. United Estonia doubling the score of FM Esports, looking incredibly strong. FM, I mean, for a lot of that game, they really just didn't seem to be there. The first half of the first half, they were just nowhere to be seen. Then the second half, they seemed to pull themselves back into the game. They looked like they'd finally woken up. I'm throwing my notebook everywhere here at this rate, but the second half of the game, they just didn't seem to be anywhere.
Yeah, they had a period of around 6 rounds where everyone looked very drilled, communication looked on point, and some of the shots we saw were absolutely beautiful, but all of a sudden it just sort of slipped away and things went back into the very first few rounds. It's a shame to see because Fragmasters really does they have some sick individual talent on that side, and we just didn't see them perform as we're used to seeing tonight, so it's odd.
Yeah, so unfortunate for FM Esports, but that is going to be a game going over to United Estonia. Now we are going to be heading into a short break, but do not go anywhere because we have our 4th and final game of the night between CEX and GLG. Now GLG so far only have 3 rounds across the 2 games that they've played. We'll see if they can increase that number as we head into our last match. Do not go anywhere.